So the pumpkins took over. I had two empty rows. Let's see. Here's the first row, and here's the second row, all the way to here. And the pumpkins took it over. So I lost a lot of space. They go all the way to the fence, and then they make a left over there, and they go another 15 feet out into the yard. And from here, they go straight out into the yard and then bear left in front of the corn. I think there's some type of fungus on the leaves and the plants are dying, but I have about 9 pumpkins. About 5 of them are orange and 4 of them are still in the development stage. But we're going to take a little walk. I'm just going to back up here, show you my corn. Okay, here's my corn patch. I have about, I'm going to say 35 plants, and most of them have 2 ears of corn. Like that guy in the middle, he's got 2. Some of them have 1 though. There's my sunflower. It's not blooming yet, but it's about my height. The corn is about 7 feet tall. And let's keep walking. So the pumpkins, as I said earlier, they wrap around in front of the corn. This is the part of the plant that hasn't been attacked yet by the fungus. So the leaves are still pretty green and it still keeps growing. We'll make it over towards the tomatoes. Each of the tomato plants is about 6 feet tall. And I have about 30 tomatoes altogether. Many of them are hidden within the plant and you can't really see them too well unless you go peeking under the leaves, but these are some of the bigger ones. I mean, you know how big my hand is, so I'm just kind of, it's pretty big. It keeps growing too. And there's just a bunch of clusters. That one's starting to turn red. A bunch of clusters of tomatoes. The plants actually got so tall that some of them would start falling over, even with the cages. They keep getting taller and they fall over on themselves. However, it's just kind of like a jungle. There used to be a path here that I could easily walk to the back of the garden, and it's completely taken over. But nonetheless, I have, pepper plants that I started really late. And there's my watermelon. Let's get a nice close-up on this one. That's a nice watermelon. That's a Jubilee watermelon. It's about a month and a half old, and it keeps getting bigger. So I hope it keeps getting bigger because I'd like a nice good watermelon. I originally wanted to do a lot more watermelons, but the pumpkins, I wasn't anticipating them to take over so much. So I probably would have had a lot more watermelons if I had the space and the sun, but that's what happens when you plant 4 pumpkin plants, and I didn't realize that they're such aggressive growers. So next year I don't even want to plant pumpkin plants. I just want to plant watermelons and have a nice watermelon patch. Here's a little baby watermelon. Let's see here. It's about 7 pounds or so. That one's about 20. And ooh, here's the secret to keeping the squirrels out of your garden. If you don't want squirrels or raccoons or gophers, get yourself an electric fence. This one is solar powered. That's the lightning arrestor. And then I have two lines that are energized. as you can see. And the key to a successful electric fence is to have some type of, rabbit fencing behind the electric fence. So you have two fences, and the squirrels, they come up, they investigate what's going on, and they get zapped instead of just jumping on, and they haven't been smart enough to jump directly onto the rabbit fencing yet. But we'll see. So far so good. And that's my garden. Hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I get to eat some of this corn soon. Peace.